Narcissism and criticism, the battle between ego and growth. Criticism, whether constructive or negative, is an unavoidable aspect of life that can offer opportunities for self-improvement and growth. However, for narcissistic individuals, criticism often poses a significant emotional challenge. Their heightened sensitivity to perceived attacks on their self-image and their reliance on external validation create a complex dynamic where criticism is viewed as a threat rather than an opportunity. This article explores the relationship between narcissism and criticism, its psychological underpinnings, common reactions, and strategies for fostering healthier responses to feedback. The psychological roots of criticism sensitivity in narcissism. Narcissistic individuals experience criticism as a profound challenge due to several psychological factors. 1. Fragile ego. Beneath their grandiose exterior lies an insecure self-image, making criticism feel deeply personal. 2. Validation dependency. Their self-worth often relies on external approval, so negative feedback undermines their sense of value. 3. Perfectionism. Criticism contradicts their idealized self-perception and can feel like a confirmation of flaws they fear to expose. 4. Fear of vulnerability. Accepting criticism requires introspection and acknowledgement of imperfections, which can feel threatening. How narcissists react to criticism. The way narcissistic individuals respond to criticism often reveals their underlying insecurities and coping mechanisms. Defensive reactions. Denial, rejecting the validity of the criticism outright. Blame shifting, deflecting responsibility onto others to protect their ego. Rationalization, justifying their actions to invalidate the critique. Aggressive responses. Counterattacks, responding with insults, accusations, or attempts to discredit the critic. Passive aggressiveness, engaging in subtle behaviors to undermine or retaliate against the person offering feedback. Emotional withdrawal. Silent treatment, avoiding further engagement to escape feelings of vulnerability. Self-isolation, withdrawing from situations where they may face additional criticism. The consequences of criticism avoidance. Avoiding or mishandling criticism can have long-term effects on narcissistic individuals and their relationships. 1. Stunted growth. A refusal to engage with feedback prevents self-improvement and learning. 2. Relationship strain. Defensive or aggressive reactions alienate friends, family, and colleagues. 3. Professional challenges. An inability to accept constructive criticism hinders performance and collaboration. 4. Increased insecurity. Suppressed feelings of inadequacy may resurface as anxiety or emotional volatility. Strategies for managing criticism. Developing healthier responses to criticism requires self-awareness, emotional regulation, and practice. For narcissistic individuals. 1. Pause before reacting, take a moment to process the feedback before responding defensively. 2. Distinguish tone and intent, identify whether the criticism is constructive or malicious and respond accordingly. 3. Seek clarification, ask questions to understand the feedback fully rather than making assumptions. 4. Focus on growth. View criticism as an opportunity to improve rather than a threat to self-worth. 5. Engage in therapy, work with a professional to explore the roots of sensitivity to criticism and develop healthier coping mechanisms. For loved ones and colleagues. 1. Frame feedback constructively, deliver criticism in a way that emphasizes collaboration and improvement. 2. Avoid personal attacks. Focus on specific behaviors or outcomes rather than character traits. 3. Offer balance, pair criticism with recognition of strengths to reduce defensiveness. 4. Set boundaries, maintain calm and clarity if faced with aggressive or defensive reactions. Building resilience to criticism. For narcissistic individuals, developing resilience to criticism involves cultivating emotional balance and a growth-oriented mindset. Practice self-reflection, regularly evaluate personal behaviors and decisions to build self-awareness. Cultivate emotional regulation, learn to manage emotional responses to reduce impulsive or defensive reactions. Shift focus to values, align actions with personal values rather than external validation. Celebrate small improvements, recognize progress in accepting and applying feedback, no matter how incremental. Conclusion. Criticism presents a unique challenge for narcissistic individuals, whose need for validation and fear of imperfection often result in defensive or aggressive reactions. By fostering self-awareness, emotional resilience, and a willingness to engage with feedback, they can transform criticism into a valuable tool for personal growth. For those interacting with narcissists, offering constructive feedback with empathy and patience can promote healthier dynamics and encourage mutual understanding.